way. Out of no way. Making a way. Out of no way.
Good morning. Welcome to the SLE Morning Express. My name is Madison.
And my name is Kaylin. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to the Conductor's Corner. Now to Miss Cunningham.
Great morning, Scott Lake Vikings, and I'm glad to see you guys back. I hope your Thanksgiving break was fun, restful, and you're ready to learn. I need to thank all the great school citizens of Scott Lake Elementary who donated to our homeless awareness drive. The representative from Project Upstart is scheduled to pick up our donated items on Wednesday morning. Your participation in this school-wide project exhibits generosity, you showed empathy, kindness, and you had an active participation in our school-wide event. These actions contribute to a positive school environment and reinforce the values of compassion and social responsibility. Thanks again, Vikings. Are you here today? Christian Coons and Royce James. Are you here today? If so, please make your way to Student Services for your reward. Thanks, Vikings, and I'll see you around the building.
Welcome to Every Day We Calculated. Let's take a quick video.
Hi, welcome to Math Antics. In this video lesson, we're going to learn the basics of division. And if you really understand these basics, then it'll make it much easier learning how to do long division, which is the subject of our next video. Okay, so here's how basic division works. You get a problem like this one, 9 divided by 3, which means you have a total of 9 and you want to divide it into 3 equal groups. And if you can remember that 9 is an answer to one of the multiplication facts, or that it's an answer on the multiplication table, then you can see that since 3 times 3 is 9, then 9 divided by 3 is 3. It's that simple. Well, at least it was that simple when you learned about the fact families. Now it's going to get a little bit tricky because most division problems aren't quite this easy, like this one, 9 divided by 4. The trouble here is that 9 and 4 aren't part of a fact family. So you can't just find the answer on the multiplication table. That's because 9 is not a multiple of 4. There's no whole number that you can multiply 4 by and end up with 9. That means that 9 can't be divided equally into 4 groups without having something left over. Like if you had 9 cookies and 4 kids. Each kid could have 2 cookies, but there would be 1 left over. And in division, that leftover amount is called the remainder. So the answer to 9 divided by 4 is 2 with a remainder of 1. All right, so it's not that hard to figure out a simple division problem when you have a picture like this. But what about when we just have numbers? To do that, we use a special division procedure. Up until now, you probably have used this division symbol the most. It works well for very simple division problems, like the ones in our fact families. But now that we're going to be doing some harder problems, we need a new division symbol, this one. This division symbol is special because it's almost like a stage that will help us solve our division problem. And there's 3 special areas of this stage where the 3 main parts or characters of our division problem will go. The first area is here under the long horizontal line on our division symbol. This is the area where we put the number that we'll be dividing up. The fancy math term for this is the dividend. Most of the time, the biggest number will go here because we usually start with a big amount and want to divide it into smaller groups. The second area is out in front of the curved part of the division symbol. This is the area where we put the number we'll be dividing by. The math term for that is the divisor. In other words, this number will tell us how many groups we'll be dividing our big amount into. And the third area is up above the horizontal line. This is where our answer will go once we figure out what the answer is. The answer to a division problem is called the quotient. The answer tells us how many we'll end up with in each group. So whenever you have a complicated division problem to do, the first step is to rewrite your problem in this form. If you have 9 divided by 4 like this, you put the 9 down here, that's the number we're dividing up, and you put the 4 out here, that's the number we're dividing by. And you're ready to start the next step of the procedure. The next step is the most important step because it's where you figure out the answer. And to figure out the answer, which is how many you'll end up with in each group after you divide, you have to ask yourself a really important question involving the other two numbers. The question is, how many 4s will it take to make 9 or almost 9? And the key to answering this question is for the number to be just right. Do you remember the story of Goldilocks and the 3 bears? How one chair was too big and one chair was too small, but the other chair was just right. Well, it's the same way with our division problem. If I choose an answer that's too big or too small, it'll cause trouble for me. Here's what I mean. Let's say that I decide that I only need 1 4 to make 9. So I'll write a 1 up here in the spot for the answer. Well, now the next step in the procedure is to multiply that answer I put there, the 1, by the number of groups out front here, the 4. And I write the answer to that multiplication down below the number I'm dividing up, the 9. I do that so I can subtract that amount from the 9 to see how much I'm going to have left over, to see how.
Thank you for watching SLE family.
Remember, today a reader, tomorrow a leader. Have a great day.